Welcome to all students in our ROSE project conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha Satara. I am Mrs. Shinde SR from Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Today we are going to study the topic coordination compounds. In this lecture, we study about the valence bond theory, then some examples, octahedral complexes, hexaamine cobalt, low spin complexes, and hexafluorocobalt high spin complexes. Now see the one by one. See first valence bond theory. This valence bond theory is based on the concept of hybridization. That means the valence bond theory clear or describe the bonding between metal ion and ligands, and it based on the concept of hybridization. In hybridization, there are the formation of the hybrid orbitals, or it is also called as the valence orbitals, and these valence orbitals helps us to describe the structure of the coordination compounds. The steps involved in describing bonding in coordination compounds using the valence bond theory are given below. Study the one by one steps which are involving in the valence bond theory. The first, the metal ion provide vacant d orbitals for formation of coordinate bond with ligands. In valence bond theory, there is the formation of coordinate bonds of metal ion and ligands, and that's therefore the metal ion provide the vacant d orbitals for the formation of coordinate bonds with ligands. What we know that what is the coordinate bonds? The coordinates bonds, that means the electron pair from ligands are donated towards the metal ion, and that's why the metal ion provide the vacant d orbitals. And the vacant d orbitals along with s orbital and p orbital of the metal ion take part in the hybridization. That means the s orbital, p orbital and vacant d orbitals are take part in the hybridization. The next point is the number of vacant orbitals formed is equal to the number of ligands. The number of vacant hybrid orbitals formed by metal ion is equal to the number of ligands or donor atoms surrounding the metal ion, which is equal to the coordination number of metal. See, in this point, the number of vacant orbitals is equal to the number of ligands or donor atoms, and the number of donor atoms which are surrounded by the metal ion, which is equal to the coordination number of that metal. The overlap between the vacant hybrid orbitals of the metal and filled orbitals of the ligand leads to formation of the metal ligand coordinate bonds. In coordination compounds, there is the formation of the coordinate bonds, and these coordinate bonds are formed by the donating electron pair from ligands to the metal ion. And here in the valence bond theory, the overlap between the vacant hybrid orbitals of metal and filled orbitals of the ligands, and which form the coordinate bonds. The hybrid orbitals used by metal ion point in the direction of the ligands. That means the metal ion form the vacant hybrid orbitals, and these vacant hybrid orbitals are points in the direction of the ligands. The n-1d or n D. Orbitals used in hybridization allow the complexes to be classified as outer orbital and inner orbital complexes. That means which type of the orbitals are take part in the hybridization. According to these orbitals, they are classified as outer orbital complexes or inner orbital complexes. Here n minus 1 d orbital, that means the inner d orbital take part in the hybridization, and therefore it is the inner orbital complexes. And nd, it is the outer d orbital is take part in the hybridization, therefore it is the outer orbital complexes. That means according to these d orbitals, which d orbital is take part in the hybridization, and according to these complexes are classified as the outer orbital complexes and inner orbital complexes. For hybridization in the outer orbital complexes is the nd orbitals, and for the inner orbital complexes n minus 1 d orbitals are used. Then the type of hybridization decide the structure of the complex. The type of hybridization decide the structure of the complex. That means the hybrid orbitals which decide the structure of that complexes, and according to their hybridization, that means sp3, dsp2, dsp3. From this type of the hybridization, this complex decide their structure. Now see the steps to understand the metal ligand bonding includes, means how to metal ligand bonding take place in the coordination complex. And for this metal ligand bonding, first we know what is the oxidation state of the central metal ion. That's why first find the oxidation state of the central metal ion. Then write the valence shell electronic configuration of metal ion. These are the points how to the metal ligand bonding take place. The first to find the oxidation state of central metal ion, then write the valence shell electronic configuration of metal ion. See whether the complex is low spin or high spin. Then this complex is the low spin complex or high spin complexes. Applicable only for octahedral complexes with D4 to D8 electronic configuration. This rule is applicable for the octahedral complexes which having the D4 to D8 electronic configuration. In the metal complexes or coordination complexes, the central metal ion have the vacant d orbitals, and d orbitals containing how many electrons? 10 electrons. And the octahedral complexes which having the D4 to D8 electronic configuration, these complexes are whether low spin complexes or high spin complexes. Find these complexes are low spin or high spin. Then from the number of ligands, find the number of metal ion orbitals required for bonding. We know that the coordination number is equal to the number of ligands or number of donor atoms, and therefore from the number of ligands find the number of metal ion orbitals required for the bonding, because there is the bonding between metal ion and ligands, and then how many numbers of their ligands, then metal ion also have the hybrid orbitals for the bonding. Then identify the orbitals of the metal ion available for hybridization and the type of hybridization involved. That means the metal ion have the vacant hybrid orbitals, and in that vacant hybrid orbitals, which orbitals are take part. That means these vacant or hybrid orbitals are formed by using the s orbital, p orbital and d orbital. And according to the taking part of these orbitals, the type of hybridization is involved. Then write the electronic configuration after hybridization and show filling of orbitals after complex formations, because metal ion having the vacant hybrid orbitals, and these vacant hybrid orbitals are filled with the electrons from donor atoms, or they are accepted electrons from the ligands, and in this way these hybrid orbitals are filled with the accepting electron pair from donor atom. Then determine the number of unpaired electrons and predict the magnetic behavior of the complex. That means according to the number of unpaired electrons, these compounds behaves as magnetic behavior as paramagnetic or diamagnetic, and it depends on the number of unpaired electrons. Then type of hybridization decide the structure of the complex. डबल झाले इथं, हे टाइप्स डबल झाले. स्लाइड नाही म्हटलं तिथंच तसंच कट करता येईल. Now see the example. Octahedral complexes. Hexaamine cobalt. It is the low spin complexes. And how the valence bond theory is explained with the help of these points. First, in these complexes, the metal ion is the cobalt. Metal ion is the cobalt. First write the which is the metal ion. Then outer electronic configuration of this metal ion is 3d7 4s2 4p0. It is the outer electronic configuration. In valence bond theory, we use this outer electronic configuration of this central metal ion. Then find out its oxidation state of the metal ion. Here oxidation state of this cobalt is the +3. Then what is the electronic configuration of this cobalt 3+? Here 3 electrons are lost by this metal ion, and therefore the outer electronic configuration of this CO3+ is the 3d6 4s0 and 4p0. That means 2 electron from this s orbital and 1 electron from this d orbital is removed, and this cobalt have the +3 charge, and hence the outer electronic configuration of this cobalt ion is the 3d6 4s0 and 4p0. See in this box diagram, it is the 3d6, then 4s0 and 4p0. 4s having 1 suborbital, 4p having the 3 suborbitals. In this way, then find out the number of ligands in these complexes. How many ligands? There are the 6 monodentate ligands. Therefore, number of ligands is equal to 6, and number of ligands are equal to the vacant metal ion orbitals. That means these complexes having the 6 metal ion orbitals which are required for the bonding, because there are the number of ligands are 6. Therefore, vacant metal ion orbitals required for bonding must be 6. But here only 4 orbitals are the vacant. Then This complex is the low spin. We first find out the complexes are low spin or high spin. These complexes are the low spin complexes, and if the complexes are low spin, then pairing of electron take place to the hybridization. Understand this point? When the complexes is the low spin, then the pairing of electrons take place for the hybridization, and therefore these d orbitals containing the 6 electrons, they are paired, and there is the 2 d orbitals are vacant, and these complexes having the 6 vacant orbitals for the formation of bonding. Therefore, there are the 2d orbitals, 1 s orbital, and 3 p orbitals are required for the bonding. Then electronic configuration after pairing of the electrons would be in this way. This one. These are the pairing of electrons take place. The 3D, these 6 electrons are paired. Then vacant orbitals are the 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital, and 3 4p hybrid orbitals. In this way, 6 orbitals available for hybridization, which are 2 3d, 1 4s, and 3 4p orbitals having. Then which type of the hybridization take place here? These d orbitals are 2, then d2, sp3 hybridization, because in hybridization the 2d orbitals, 1s orbital, and 3p orbitals are take part in the hybridization, and therefore the type of this hybridization is the d2 sp3 hybridization. In this way, these 6 hybrid orbitals are available for the bonding with the ligands. Now see the here the n-1 d orbital participate in hybridization, since it is the low spin complexes formation and inner orbital complexes. We know that if the inner d orbital participate in the hybridization, then this complex is the inner orbital complexes. For in this example, the d orbital is the inner d orbital, and these 4s and 4p orbitals take part in the hybridization, and that's why this compound is the inner orbital compounds. Then electronic configuration after complex formation. Then electronic configuration, that means these two electrons are from ligands. These electrons, see in this example, this cobalt is the central metal ion, and these are the ligands. The nitrogen atom having the lone pair of electrons, and this lone pair electron is donated towards this metal ion, and these vacant hybrid orbitals accept the electron pair from the donor group, and it completes the octet. In this way, this complex having the electronic configuration after complex formation. Then according to the number of electrons, we decide this compound is the paramagnetic or diamagnetic. In these complexes, all hybrid orbitals containing the electron pairing take place. Here electron pairing take place, and that's why this complex is the diamagnetic in nature. In this way, we describe the valence bond theory for this complex. Now see the next example. Octahedral complexes COFe6 hexafluorocobalt, and this is the high spin complexes. The low spin complexes and high spin complexes are depend on the type of these ligands. Then same points are used for the describe the valence bond theory for this complex. First, the metal ion. Find the metal ion. The metal ion is the cobalt. Then what is the outer electronic configuration? Is the 3d7, 4s2 and 4p0. Then find out the oxidation state. The oxidation state of the cobalt is the +3. Then what is the outer electronic configuration of this metal ion? It is the 3d6, 4s0, 4p0. Then it write in the box diagram in this way. Electrons are filled in this way. 3d orbital containing 6 electrons, 4s0, 4p0. Then find out the number of ligands. Then in these complexes, the 6 ligands. The number of ligands are 6. Therefore, vacant metal ion orbitals required for the bonding must be 6. Then complex is the high spin. If the complex is the high spin, then pairing of electrons will not take place for the hybridization. If complex is the high spin, then pairing of electrons will not take place. And if complex is the low spin, then pairing of electron take place. In this complex is the high spin, and therefore pairing of electrons does not take place, and therefore electronic configuration remains same as in the free state. In this way, in this complex, the 6 orbitals available for the hybridization. 6 orbitals available for the hybridization because the number of ligands are 6. And these are the 1 4s orbital, 3 4p orbitals and 2 4d orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are take part in the hybridization, and the type of this hybridization is the sp3d2 hybridization. The type of the hybridization is the sp3d2 hybridization because in this hybridization the 4s1, then 3 4p and 2 4d hybrid orbitals take parts in the hybridization. That's why the type of hybridization is the sp3d2 hybridization. Here nd orbitals participate in hybridization since it is the low spin complex formation and outer orbital complexes. In these complexes, the outer d orbital, this is the inner orbital. This 3d is the inner d orbital and 4d is the outer d orbital. And in formation of the metal complex, the metal ion available the vacant d orbital. In this complex, the outer d orbital is used for in the hybridization. That's why this complex is the outer orbital complexes. And in this way, the 2 electrons from the ligands are accepted by these vacant hybrid orbitals or metal ion, and they complete their electronic configuration. Then electronic configuration after the complex formation is in this way: 3d6, 4s2, 4p6 and 3d4. See the complex, the COF6. It is the octahedral complexes. Then in the this complex, outer orbital complex, the 3d hybrid orbital containing the 4 unpaired electrons. This complex is having the 4 unpaired electrons, and due to these unpaired electrons, this complex shows the magnetic behavior as paramagnetic nature. That means according to their number of the unpaired electrons, these complexes shows the paramagnetic behavior, and from this it containing the 4 unpaired electrons, and that's why this complex is the paramagnetic in nature. And in this way we apply the different points of the valence bond theory to describe the metal ligand coordination bond formation. Okay, thank you.